13 Reasons Why is truly special. I feel I'm going to have to tread lightly in order to do this review, not only due to this show being filled with spoilers that I don't want to discuss, but also because of the highly sensitive subject the show handles, and I just want to say in advance that if anyone is going through this, then there are people you can speak to, and you are not alone. Stay strong. All love. This is so on point. The show is able to capture every single little detail of living in high school. Not just the problems in school, but what follows outside of school and how you handle these problems in day-to-day life with your parents. This is what the show does incredibly well, and I praise it heavily for not being afraid to tackle the tough topics for teenage life. As a high school student myself, I'm able to look at this and see how real it is. I see these type of things go on every day, affecting different people in different ways. I've experienced some of these things myself, and it is so hard to know what to do, how to handle it, where to go for help, or even if you want to actually get help. And that is what is so captivating and so investing about this show, especially if you're on the age group that this show is about. The story of Hannah Baker is extremely rough and hard, not only to watch, but to talk about. I find it hard to convey to you how the show affected me because of how upsetting it is. This topic is so tragic, and the fact that this is what happens on a daily basis is the most horrific thing that I can think of right now. And I think that we all could do more to help prevent and stop this thing from happening to poor innocent children who this is affecting. I think Jensen is a really great protagonist for this, as I am quite like him in many ways. In school, I'm quite isolated when I'm not with friends. I don't really talk or cooperate, and not because I'm being antisocial, but because I'm scared. This is what Jensen is, scared. He feels scared to talk to people, and he is scared to tell Hannah how he feels about her. This is something that hit me to the core, as it's something I relate to extremely heavily. Hannah Baker was also an excellent character here. When you see her in the flashbacks, I just genuinely liked her character due to her mannerisms, personality, etc. She really has a fantastic character arc due to how you see her progress from nervous new girl to becoming the tortured student who was ultimately left in the dark. Each of the characters who represent each tape of the 13 is very cleverly implemented. Each one of them is the embodiment of a high school problem that their personality revolves around. You will watch this and see at least one of these characters as an issue you have faced or have been hit by in your young life. I was also super impressed by the colour grading and differentiating they used. When in the flashbacks, it would be brighter and have a higher contrast filter to it, which made it seem perfect but in that eerie sense. Then it would flip to the modern day after Hannah had taken her own life, and it would become gloomy and bleak, which represents how the characters in the audience would be feeling. This show also handles parents very well. I'm very close with my family, and that is very well represented here. Yes, they do not fully understand the situation, and you may not want to tell them certain things, but they do know you, and they know when something is wrong, and you feel bad for not telling them what they should know, and I feel that this show is able to portray that in a way that nothing ever has before, and many other teenage sort of shows like this fail to do. Overall, 13 Reasons Why is an absolutely mind-blowing show that is so surreal and sometimes difficult to watch, but is so relatable on a level I have never seen before. I cannot commend this show enough for what it does for the teenage community and how well it represents us and the issues that we face daily. I give 13 Reasons Why an A.